Please rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning and welcome to RPtv. Today is Wednesday, February 12, 2020. If you are looking for a job and you don't mind traveling, then our next report could be important to you. Let's go to Colin for the details.
As the opening of the American Dream Mega Mall draws closer, the shopping center plans to hold their second job fair in order to find workers for the nearby 50 stores planning for an opening in early spring. The event will take place on Monday, February 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the mall itself, located at 1 American Dream Way, East Rutherford. Of the 45 stores participating in the February job fair, at least 24 also participated in the hiring event held January 29th at the American Dream Mall. Some of the stores recruiting are Banana Republic, Foot Locker, H&M, and many more.
As always, the winter weather keeps us on our toes, and this weekend we are looking at conditions that could spoil Valentine's Day for some people. Michelle has the report.
It will finally feel like winter in New Jersey on Valentine's Day as a blast of Arctic air drifts down from Canada and brings some of the coldest temperatures we've had the past few weeks. Even though it will be freezing, no snow is in store since the atmosphere is mostly dry. The cold air isn't here and the storms have been cutting too far inland, said Jim Sullivan, a long-range meteorologist for the WeatherWorks forecasting company based in Warren County. Since late December, we haven't broken the pattern that we've been in. Although parts of far northern New Jersey could get a wintry mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain tonight, no significant accumulations are expected. For the rest of the Garden State, plain rain is expected tonight and tomorrow. That will be followed by a shot of frigid air Friday and Saturday when temperatures will plunge into single digits and low teens in the morning and the upper 20s to low 30s in the afternoon. Even in areas where the temperatures is in the teens, a slight breeze will make it feel as cold as the single digits on Saturday morning, the National Weather Service said.
Now it's time for announcements. The bowling team is celebrating the end of their season with a merchandise sale. Please see any member of bowling team or Mr. Fuji if you're interested in purchasing a t-shirt, hoodie, or a long sleeve shirt. Order forms can also be found on school's website. Art Club and NAHS are collecting real or made-up recipes, connecting to community, culture, and connections. This can be any size, handwritten, and decorated, and will be sent to program associated with Bezos Family Foundation. For every recipe submitted, $3 will be donated to organizations providing food to undernourished people around the world. Please help. See Mrs. Goudreau for further information and supplies. SAS Club. There will be a SAS Club meeting today. SAS members, make sure you bring your candy donations to Miss Almanzar in room 5. Anime Club. Meeting Thursday, February 13 after school in room 105. We will meet to work on preparing for the anime night. It is very important that all members attend. Breakfast program. Start your day the right way. Our school offers a breakfast program available in the cafeteria starting 7:10 a.m. Full price is $1.85 and reduced is 3 cents. Breakfast has many benefits for our students. Take advantage of our breakfast program. Class of 2021. Give your input about this year Class of 2021 field trip. Please check your email to get the link. Red Bull vs Atlanta on Saturday, May 16th at 1 p.m. We will depart from the high school at 11 a.m. We need minimum of 25 participants to run the trip and need a commitment so we do not lose our deposit. The cost is $25 per person. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Hernandez or Ms. Kowalski. Valentine's Day Carnation Sale. We will be selling carnations for Valentine's Day during lunches the week of Valentine's Day. Show someone you care and send them a red or hot pink carnation. Carnations will be delivered during homeroom Friday, February 14th. Pre-order your carnation for $2 during lunch. Thank you for supporting the Class of 2021. Junior Gala. Attention juniors, gala bids are not on sale. If you need a packet, you may pick one up from Ms. Kowalski in room 7. Gala will be held in Westwood and Garwood on Thursday, February 27th. All bids and payments are due no later than February 13th. The boys and girls basketball teams will be on the road today and tomorrow. This afternoon, the boys will travel to Highland Park, and tomorrow the girls will be heading to Colonia. Be sweet like candy on Valentine's Day. Join Class of 2022 as we celebrate love in sweetest way for $2 bag, starting from 11th February to 14th February. Order during lunch and enjoy it with others. Wands for Wildlife. Recycle and save wildlife. The Ecology Club is collecting old mascara wands. The wands will be donated to Wildlife Rehabilitation nonprofit refuge who uses the old mascara wands to help remove fly eggs and larvae from the fur of animals. They work great because the bristles are so close together and gentle to use to the injured and orphaned wild animals receiving care. You can help to save the wildlife. Drop off all mascara wands in room 110. Days ago, a new world record was set in the sky above Colorado as the world's largest firework exploded. Let's go back to Colin for that story.
A massive firework launched over a Colorado ski resort town has set a record for the world's largest aerial firework. It was reported that a 2,800-pound shell flew 2,200 feet above Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival before bursting. Tim Borden of Steamboat Springs headed the team that developed the firework over 7 years. Last year, Borden's first attempt to set the world record failed when the shell exploded inside the mortar without lifting off the ground. Guinness World Records representatives witnessed both attempts. Christina Conlon of Guinness said she verified the shell launched Saturday, and it was the world's largest. The previous world record holder was 2,400-pound firework launched in the United Arab Emirates in 2018. A winter storm dumped more than 2 feet of snow on the 26-foot-long mortar used to launch the shell, and also made transportation of the shell very difficult. According to Borden, getting the area plowed was more trouble than setting up the firework itself. During a ceremony after the launch to present Borden and his team with their certificate, Conlon said their desire to win led to the success after last year's failed attempts.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back. for watching, have a great day, and stay tuned for CNN 10.
You've made it to the midpoint of the week. You found CNN 10. You're about to get up to speed on events happening worldwide. It's going to be great. I'm Carl Azus. First, here's what's happening with the Wuhan coronavirus we've been following this year. It's named for a Chinese city where it was first identified in mid-December. Like other coronaviruses, it can cause breathing problems as well as fever and coughing. It can go into pneumonia. According to U.S. health officials, most people will catch coronaviruses in their lifetimes. The new one from China has caused severe and deadly symptoms in some patients and barely any symptoms in others. More than 43,000 people have caught it so far, most of them in China. The disease has killed more than 1,000 people, and all but 2 of those victims were in China. The communist country's government, which controls the media, has been criticized for censoring information about the virus. The United Nations has been criticized for not initially doing enough to raise the alarm about it. Meanwhile, the fear of the disease has closed borders, canceled flights, slowed down business, and led to either delays or quarantines aboard 4 cruise ships, though only one of them has confirmed an outbreak of coronavirus. The Diamond Princess has been docked in Japan for a week. At least 135 of the people aboard have tested positive for the disease. There were a total of 3,700 people on the ship. The quarantine for passengers could end next Wednesday, but that's not guaranteed for crew members because they haven't been separated from people who have the virus. CNN's Will Ripley spoke to a patient who says the coronavirus needs to be taken seriously, but also with perspective. It hasn't infected or killed nearly as many people as the flu does every year.
Headlines are grim. Each day seems to bring more bad news.
A grim milestone for the coronavirus.
Often overlooked in the Wuhan coronavirus hysteria, patients like Rebecca Frazier from Oregon.
This is the door.
Frazier is one of a growing number of Americans to test positive for coronavirus on this cruise ship, the Diamond Princess, under quarantine in Yokohama. Japan has coronavirus patients under quarantine at hospitals nationwide, including this one in Tokyo.
We think we know where Rebecca's room is. In fact, there she is. She's standing in the window right now. Rebecca, here we are. Hi. How are you doing?
Hi.
Turns out she's doing just fine. Barely has any symptoms. The majority of coronavirus patients don't end up dead or seriously ill. The majority recover.
Do you know what they're giving you for coronavirus? What kind of treatment they're giving you?
They have not given me any actual medication or any fluids or anything for the virus.
She says the hardest part is being away from her husband, Kent. That's him waving at us from their quarantine cabin. Kent takes his temperature every day. Every day, he still does not have the virus.
So that one was 37.3.
I really don't have that much concern over it right now.
An additional 6 cases.
The number of sick passengers on the Diamond Princess grows by the day, including 2 of their close friends on the ship. A couple they saw up to 5 times a day, both with barely any symptoms.
This fear of, mob mentality sort of fear is just unwarranted.
Rebecca was talking about the people online and the things they were saying.
Just today I got a message from somebody that said, don't come home.
I actually got a couple of really threatening messages. People can be really nasty.
She says they can also be really nice, flooding her phone with messages of love and support, a welcome distraction when she's stuck in a place like this. Will Ripley, CNN, Tokyo.
When we produced this show, we didn't yet have primary results from the U.S. state of New Hampshire. Monday, it was holding the second contest in the presidential nomination process. So we don't know who won among the 11 Democrats in the race, though President Donald Trump was widely expected to win among Republicans. In the Iowa Democratic caucuses, new technology caused some of the problems last week, but old tech was expected to help in New Hampshire.
Why does the small town of Windsor, New Hampshire, use a voting machine that's around 130 years old?
It works. Seriously, the easy, short answer is it works. It ain't broken, don't fix it. This is unhackable, okay?
Iowa's first in the nation caucus threw the Democratic presidential primary into chaos. There were phone app issues, and it took days to deliver results. All eyes have now turned to New Hampshire's primary, where voters are next to cast their ballots.
I understand what happened in Iowa. I'm kind of glad to see it. They had to go back to old school to actually physically count the ballots, the paper ballots by hand.
People are saying that they think that maybe the calendar might change around next time. They're not happy with Iowa. They want a different kind of state to lead off besides New Hampshire. Do you feel like this?
We are the first. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, buddy. Get over it. We're first.
So this is me. I got my ballot.
Yeah.
I give it to you.
Right. You've been checked out, so that you know you voted in. You did your thing. Now you've checked out.
Mm-hmm.
When you go, I put the ballot in here. I crank it.
That's it, and that bell means the vote has been...
It counted. It went down into the thing.
Patent July 30th, 1889, and then
89.
August 19th, 1890.
This is what we've used all my life. I can never remember is this thing. So this is an actual ammo box company. They used to make ammo boxes, and then they just put this piece on top of it. There's only a few towns that are still using them. Yeah, so. Knock on wood, we've never messed up. And I've been doing this for over 30 years.
I'm incredibly supportive of leveraging technology. I work for a tech company. Using tech when it's properly validated and secure can solve incredibly difficult and challenging problems that society faces today.
Okay, so you put your ballot in.
The paper ballot part, that's everywhere in the state.
That's everywhere in the state, and that's state law. It's not necessarily feasible for everywhere in terms of scalability, but it's a really effective means of conducting our elections here in New Hampshire, right? 1.3 million people, it works.
The bells and whistles don't matter. It's the vote that matters, and keeping it true.
So all this technology that we talk about all the time now, to you think the best thing to do, put a box, put a bell on it, put your ballots in there, you're good to go.
I would almost say yes, because how can you mess this up? Mm-hmm. Really, it's just, if you have thousands of people, you're going to need a bigger box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys won't like this. Slower to get the results. A lot more trustworthy.
Ten-second trivia about how long does it take light from the sun to reach Earth? 8 seconds, 8 minutes, 8 hours, or 8 days? It takes just over 8 minutes for the light from the sun to travel the 93 million miles to the Earth. Here is a great example of how if something's on the internet, it's got to be true. Forget all about February 14th. February 10th was a special day because that's when brooms could stand up on their own. A viral tweet credited NASA with saying this because of the, quote, gravitational pull. We didn't actually find any quotes from NASA on this, but we did find lots of evidence. Just look at all these brooms. On the other hand,
And if you can actually make the bristles, make a small little tripod down there, they'll stand up any day. People are saying that it's because the planets are lining up. No.
The online sensation swept the nation. A duster or vacuum can't hold a candle to. The stand-up proof that doesn't need a sleuth to show all you need's a brush and a handle too. If you see a broom stand alone in a room like there's a hitch with a witch that left it all lonely, don't think this will make it better if you bristle, because after all, it's standing broom only. I don't know why some of y'all like it when I do that, but hopefully the aces at Owensboro Catholic High School don't mind. They're flying high in Owensboro, Kentucky, and subscribing and commenting on our YouTube site.